Hello. So we had the opportunity to shoot a beautiful dancer. Allison was in the RA Photo Club studio as part of the Ottawa Photography Meetup. And we were doing a number of poses with fabric. Here we have a little gentleman in the background who's tossing fabric while she's dancing. And so here's the image. I overshoot so that I make sure that I don't end up with chopped off feet or anything like that. So here's a quick way to kind of mask this type of thing. So I'm just going to go in here and say select subject, and let's see how good it does in terms of finding the subject. And not too bad. It found the model and some of the fabric, but not all of it. So I'm going to, I don't want the subject, I actually want to invert it, so I'm going to take this and invert it right now. There we go. And now I'm going to add, no, I'm going to do the opposite. Sorry, I'm going to subtract this area over here. So I want to try to get some of this fabric over here. Whoops, my mistake. And get rid of some of that fabric. And there we go. That's what I want. Now I'm going to hit the Alt key and just kind of just tighten it up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to hit Alt and Control so that it kind of bounces against the fabric and it doesn't actually clip into the fabric. So Control and Alt are both clicked. And there we go, and maybe a little bit more over here. And there, and it looks like a little bit in the back there is fine. I'll grab this over here. Okay, so that's pretty much what I want to do. And now I'm going to take this whole area and I'm going to go to black, which is my shortcut for black, 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 black all the way down. There we go. So there's the image. Everything else is blacked out outside the subject. She's a little dark on the face. I'm just going to create a new mask and I'm going to say linear gradient. I'm just going to do something like this. Obviously black's not what I, whoops, put that back. No, black's not what I want. I have this other shortcut called brighten face, which just is a little bit of exposure, a little bit of shadows, probably a little too much exposure in this case. I'm just going to bring it down a bit. Bring down the highlights. Whoops, there we go, something like that. Maybe a little bit more. That looks good. This hand looks like it could use a little bit more. Should I create another one? Create another mask, radial gradient. And again, I'm just gonna hit the shift key and bring this up. There you go, that hand looks a little bit better. So that's good, and now I'm just gonna crop it and give it a little bit more of a twist and a little bit of a kind of a pizzazz. There we go. Something like that. And there we go. And I'll just say export, add my signature bottom right, and wait for that to go. Boop, boop, boop. Come on, there you go. And so there's my finished product. And there you go, a nice easy way to use the subject